Hey everybody, this is Lego My Django, and today I have another Lego Star Wars set review for you guys. Today I'm reviewing the Republic AV-7 anti-vehicle cannon, set 75045, ages 8 to 14. It has 434 pieces, and it prices around $39.99 in the US, so basically $40. This is a really awesome set, guys, and it harks back to the original Clone Wars movie that started the whole TV series with the Battle of Christophsis, where we first meet Ahsoka and everything. But these cannons let them win the battle, and it is really awesome to get this as a kind of like a last set to finish off the Clone Wars line of Lego sets, because we really won't see any more after this. Christophsis is a really cool planet, kind of with a crystal-like design, but we'll talk about the cannon after we talk about these awesome minifigures. So first off here we have Plo Koon, and not much has changed about him, but the mold is much sharper in detail, and the tentacle pieces, it's just a harder plastic, and the printing on it is a much more solid printing, because the last Plo Koon, kind of the ink would kind of rub off after a little bit, that I noticed. And the robes are very nice. We get basically a very Jedi looking robe, kind of tan right there, some riffles, and a nice belt. No leg printing, of course, and there's the back. Has some riffles and some nice belt detailing there with some silver and a lightly colored brown arms to kind of give it a different look. But yes, the head mold is very nice. It is a little bit different, I think. It is much sharper in detail and just looks a lot nicer with a more solid gray, kind of metallic-like for the iron that is implanted in their faces. Looks very nice. He also comes with a standard blue lightsaber. So this is the part that is a little bit confusing about the set, because we get Phase 2 Wolfpack Clone Troopers, which doesn't really make sense for the Battle of Christophsis because they had Phase 1 Clone Troopers. But anyways, it looks very nice. It is very cool. The Wolfpack Clone Trooper comes with a standard blaster, the gray arms, and some really cool printing on the legs, as you can see there, to show that he is part of the Wolfpack, and gray printing along the back there. And I do believe, I'm not completely sure, that that back printing for the little pack there is a little bit different than what we've seen before. But otherwise it looks very nice. And there is the beautiful printing on the helmet there to show that he is part of the wolf pack. Not very fine printed, but it is really hard to get helmet printing anyway, so it looks very nice. And here is the visor printing, which does not connect to the mouth printing, which is very interesting. I don't know if that is a misprint or it is intended. We get the little breathing detail right there on the sides, and of course, you know, nothing on the back, but it looks very nice, and we get 2 of these in this set. And here is the Droideka. This is not a new design, but I have noticed that the legs are a little bit more of a shinier color, basically a chrome color, before they were just gray, so that was very cool to see that. It makes it flow better with the design, and it is not a new design like I said before, but it still is very good. It does look like the Clone Wars, but the only thing that I don't understand is this red dot there. It just doesn't make it look like these two things are the eyes, because on a Droideka, if you take this off, those are the eyes, these two things, but when we put this red piece in here, it just makes it look kind of odd, like it shouldn't be that way because it makes it look like that's the eye when that's not the case. But so if you just remove that, I think it looks very nice. It's the best Droideka we've seen so far, and really the only one that we can get to kind of a ball form other than the first Droideka that we saw back with that Obi-Wan Kenobi set, where he's fighting the Droidekas, or is that with Qui-Gon Jinn? But it's an old set. It's like a 2001 or 2002 set that I'm talking about. And we've seen a couple one-off Droidekas, but looks like this one's sticking around, so it's pretty good to see that. So now onto the set. This cannon is super detailed with a lot of cool features. Starting off with the legs. The legs are completely posable to do this for like a storage thing maybe. I mean, there's no reason for it to really lock in place, but it is a little annoying to get them in a perfect position, but it looks very nice when you have it set up. The legs themselves have some interesting pieces to make them stay in this position, but as you can see, it is locked into place by one of these giant wheels, and goes like that. These feet kind of just spin, so once again, it's kind of frustrating to get this in a perfect, shape or setup, because these can kind of go like that, and it's a little bit annoying, but the overall legs, the support of the legs are very nice. So the actual cannon itself is interesting because in the Clone Wars, it's got more of a, not like a leading up cylinder, just like a regular cylinder, and then just cuts off. So they've kind of changed it a little bit here, but when they've changed it, it just looks so much better with the detail. We got these red pipes here for aesthetics, a flick fire on the top, not the best, but it's cool to have that on there. We have some extra flick fires down here that you don't really shoot down there, but I guess they're kind of like storage, so you can load them into the top in case you shoot this one off and then want to load up another one and then shoot that one off too. I'm not really flicking them, but it's kind of hard to do on camera. And if we turn it around on this side, you can see that LEGO has put in their new, missile that they're putting in a lot of sets. And this thing is super powerful. It's just like the new guns that we're seeing on the Clone Troopers, where they're small and they pack a lot of power. They might not look the best, but they have a lot of functionality for kids, and I think that's very good for this. So if we just press down on this, I'd like to kind of show how powerful this is. If we press down on the back of it, it flies. I mean, it goes pretty far. And this is just packed into this little power right here, this little brick, and it's got a lot of power to it, and it can shoot pretty far. I think that's very good for this cannon to have as a little side feature. And as you can see right there, we get more flick fire missile storage, because LEGO, they love their flick fires. And on the back here, we have the device that actually makes the cannon go up and down. So I was surprised to not see this cannon, shoot farther, like just go farther up, but it does go pretty far up, but it's a very cool device. It can go very far down. If you want to shoot down on the enemy, put it on top of a cliff. Very nice, very easy to use, and I think it's a very nice feature to the set. And last but not least, here we have the awesome chair that you can put a clone trooper on with a little control panel to control the turret. And as he can fire away on that turret, it looks very nice. You could also put a gunner trooper in there too if you have one of those Phase 1 troopers. I'm sure you do. And yeah. So for the final thoughts about this set, I actually do think that the $40 price point is accurate. There's a lot of features inside this set and a lot of accuracy to what it contains, a lot of detail on aesthetics, and the clone troopers are very nice. Now, I would have liked to see, instead of 2 wolf pack troopers, I would have liked to see a Phase 2 Commander Wolf. And I don't think we have seen a Phase 2 Commander Wolf, and I don't think we will. We did see a Phase 1 Commander Wolf, and that was awesome. We also saw a Phase 1 Commander, or a Wolf Pack Trooper. So I would like to see a Commander. We saw him in the Clone Wars in his Phase 2 armor, and I thought that would have been nice to put in, but that's okay. I guess Plo Koon is an appropriate figure for this set. I mean, I really don't know what other Jedi they would have went with, because, I mean, other than Anakin and Ahsoka, that's the only other Jedi that I know that would have been on Christophsis. And I really don't think you could have... Oh yeah, and Obi-Wan, of course. And I really don't think they would have been good choices. Maybe Anakin and Ahsoka, but I think you would have had to put them both in. And they only had enough for 4 figures, even though the Droideka really isn't even a minifigure. But these are exclusive to the set. I just don't understand why there's 2 Wolfpack Troopers when this is a $40 set and you're not going to be buying multiple of these most likely. So I feel like those duplicate figures are more for smaller sets that more people are going to buy and build up their army. But that's just my thoughts. So I'm sorry if you did notice any parts about this set that were not correctly put in. My brother has built this, and he is younger than I am. He does a very good job at building, but I think I did notice something wrong with the hinge. So this can technically go higher. Sorry about that, but other than that, this is there's nothing wrong with it. This is an awesome set. I think it's a great ode to finish off the Clone Wars, and I think I definitely would buy this set. Because there's not a lot of the other ones are very expensive, and their sets are getting smaller these days and also getting more expensive. That's just how the market is right now, and I think this is a good bang for your buck. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you liked it, please like it up down below, and subscribe if you're not, for great LEGO content and more reviews like this one and great stop motions. So I have been LEGO My Django, and I'll see you guys later.